Hi guys.
Hello.
How are you guys? Have you guys been?
It's still cold. It's
You know,
still
Mimi,
really cold.
Ironically, I feel like I've noticed it's cold when I left my house. Like, nimetoka hapo nje kwa parking. I'm seeing that other side, like, it's foggy. I'm like, hey, huko watu wa Karura mnaishi aje? Because even like if you look outside, like here right now, like that side is really cold.
It's really cold.
Compared to like where I'm coming from, because like it was hot as hell.
I was even telling my sister, I don't recall like when we were growing up, August holidays used to seem like summertime. So I don't remember it being this cold.
Ironically, I feel like I remember August as being really cold.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Labda tulikuwa tunaenda ushago wetu kuna joto. I don't recall. Yeah. She even Hush was like, yeah, I feel like, because her birthday is in August.
But towards the end, it's not going to be cold because like September, for some reason, is usually warm. And then now near our birthday, it starts raining. Because even last year for our birthday, it rained. That's why we had to like move the thing is Ukondani. So I don't know, but I feel like the weather is just doing what the weather wants. Because even, why was January raining this year?
Was it not raining in January?
It was rainy.
It's usually dry in January, isn't
Very
it?
hot. I was so prepared.
Global warming.
And then, wow, they decided, I'm so done. So the weather is just doing whatever it is that it wants to do. But other than that, how have you been?
I've been okay. This week has been challenging, but it's, I feel like adulting, I just stopped saying my week is challenging. Because everything is challenging. Everything is just everywhere. Adulting is just,
Well, yeah.
How was your week?
Wow. It's my first week unemployed.
Oh, Gathoni has joined the unemployed sector of Kenya. Unemployed youth.
Kwanza acha nikwambie venye watu walikuwa wananitext on my first day of unemployment. I'm like,
You should go back. You should go to
Did I not
a
give you-
news channel and be like, serikali, ningependa mnisaidie. Sina kazi.
But I feel like my week has also equally been challenging because like I feel like I was really stressed during the week because stuff that I needed to get done that I hadn't gotten done, and it was really weighing on me. Like nilikuwa nashindwa hata kulala. But to an extent that when it finally happened and whatever it is I needed to do was done, I felt sleepy instantly.
Adulting still doesn't stop. If you have a job or you don't have a job,
like
you're just stressed.
Everybody is stressed. Unakanga umekauka. No wonder humans don't eat humans. Nyama imekauka hivi. Go stiff. You're just so stressed all the time. I feel like that's that's the
This
week.
week's episode is episode I feel like is very close to my heart.
Yeah.
Because
you see how I fight for relationship episodes? Someone was fought for by yours truly.
This was my episode. I fought for this one because I feel very strongly about this topic. And drum rolls. Not gonna lie, finances in relationships are really important.
Really tricky.
Yani, it's something that if not talked about, mneza kufa, utakufa wewe, you will die.
Let me tell you how I feel like this conversation started when we were chilling and we're a bunch of people when we started having like a conversation about who should pay for the wedding. For the wedding.
Yeah.
Hey.
I mean, aside from African culture, which has a million steps before you get to the white wedding, genuinely, who should pay for the wedding?
So we thought about it and we decided this episode is a must. Like we must have this discussion because I think we also came to the realization that yes, I don't think we've ever had like this type of conversation with our partners. Because then again,
even with our parents, I haven't had this conversation with my parents either.
Oh yeah, me either.
Yeah, like
it's not like we've sat down and it's like, you should be doing this.
Wakati muda unawasili, unafika.
You have no notes.
Yeah. Like other than the recaps for the weddings we've been watching on Instagram, Miss Jiro Rashio fanywa na nani ama na nini ama sangapi. So,
me personally, I feel like I know the processes, but I have never had a conversation with my mom of how should I treat finances with my husband or like a serious partner. Like I've never had it. So even when you brought this up, I was thinking,
clock it.
Love it. Like let's talk about this because Ni vizuri nijiseme hapa ndo mkitupata huko nje msikuwe like, oh, I didn't know. Gadhani was like, you knew. Please.
And we came to realize that many cultures have different processes aside from, I feel like Kikuyus really take it when it comes to traditional wedding though. No cap.
Yeah.
Like the traditions have still been upheld till today. Maybe it's because I don't know what my tribe does. Well, I'm not too sure. But cultural aspects bring about different processes. So intercultural marriages, you are in a pickle.
Mmepigwa na butwa huko.
You
Unafika
have
unaitishwa.
something coming for you.
Like, Mimi, every single time, like my mom talks to me about like the ratios and stuff, she's always like, if you marry a Kamba huko, you have to go and you cook in them.
Yeah, apparently you have to cook on the day for the rorashio.
So I feel like all these nuances really like they contribute to like the whole entire process being like how you financed it. So yeah.
But even before we get to the wedding part,
yeah,
you have to be dating fast.
Yeah.
Before you get married.
Yeah.
So I feel like even this
kind of
this topic kind of starts early on, like even before marriage.
Like when you're, let's say you're engaged, there's some people.
Like babe, like who pays for the first date kind of early is what I mean. Like, Apo, what one is a kasirikiana from day one? Day one, we should jam Julilipa date. So go to like,
jam too sana.
Which is my question. Who should pay for the first date?
Are you me?
I'm asking you.
Mimi niliwaambia last episode, Mimi kama umeni-invite kutoka kwa nyumba yangu, Mimi, you should have finances for two.
Do you think there's ever an instance where you'll ever be the one to ask the boy on the date?
No.
Same. Case closed.
I feel like I love you, Pookie, but nah.
And if I do call you out on a date, it's not romantic.
Ni meeting.
Mina nadai tu kuhang out. Nadai tu kuhang out na ishi hapo. Hiyo nitalipa.
Hiyo ni mkutano.
Mimi nimekukall utoke kwa nyumba yako.
Hiyo ni mkutano. Please, hata si meeting. It is a small gathering. Please. As in, I'm so serious. Like, there's absolutely no freaking way that I would be in a position
to pay for a date.
To pay for the first date?
The first date specifically.
I think there's even an episode where, like, there's a time when 50 was on, I think, SNL or something of the sort. Mm-hmm. And he was asked that question. And he was like, whoever's idea it was to go on the date. Which is fair. Because if, let's say, nipatane na kijana na amenibamba. Sijui kijana atakuwa amefanya nini. But nipatane na kijana amenibamba and I decide, let me ask them out on a date.
Kwani wewe mbambi equally? Mbambi enough for him to ask you out on the first date?
But why would I be telling someone to take me out on a date?
No. Like, I feel like it shouldn't even get to the point where you're asking. Vibes zimeshika huko atakuuliza tu.
No, I'm saying like I'm giving like an example. Like let's say I was dating a girl.
True.
Let's say it's a girl.
Oh, see now that's a different.
Like let's say I was dating a girl. So if I was dating a girl and I hit on her and I say, hi, hello, do you want to go out on a date? Sasa ndamwambia libe.
See, lesbian relationships are very different.
I put a star on that.
Just put a pin on that one.
We'll be back. We'll circle back.
What I do to engage heterosexual relationships as of today. But also, les bananas. If you can find points for your team.
Not les bananas.
That's fine. That's okay. That's cute. Chukueni pointers. Huku atubagui, by the way. But I'd like to ask you, before we go on, there was this TikTok video that we'll probably insert at some point in this episode, where even a link for you guys to go watch, where we got some of our pointers, because there's some things I agree with on that video, and there's some points I think I agree with nearly all, if I'm not wrong. Mm-hmm. But before we go into that, how do you think you were raised to think about money in a relationship?
I come from a 2-parent household where my mom was primarily a stay-at-home mom, and my dad was a full-time provider. Like, when I think of money, like when I think of like asking for money, I think of my dad. Like, I call my dad
to ask for money.
I've been cultured to think that men are providers. Like, that's finances are something that a man should know how to handle. Like, it doesn't mean that I don't want my own money. It doesn't mean that if I have my own money, like ati, sasa una kufa uko na deni, uko na millions. It just means that primarily how I'm taught to think about money is my dad has been a provider in my life. That's what I kind of expect men to do in my life. Then again, I remember like, first, let me hear what you have to say about it.
I don't have any experience with money in a relationship. I didn't even see a relationship growing up. So my mother was a provider. So for a long time, I felt like maybe it should be 50-50. But the more I'm growing up, which is just from last year, guys, last year I was in the bandwagon for 50-50. It's not the same. It's not the same.
It's
this
not
year.
for me, babes.
It's genuinely, I think I stand at it should be 70-30. The man should provide 70. The girl should provide 30. And that 30, we will expound on how it goes. Because the 30 is like dates. I'm a salary major.
As in, you know, the thing is, personally, I feel very conflicted when it comes to money and relationships and stuff like that because of the fact that I've grown up seeing my dad provide, and that's what I think is normal. Whenever I have to provide, when I'm in love, like you will not notice that you're a boy. I will buy you things. I really be big spender when I'm in love.
Then what are they providing?
But the minute that you mention that I have to do something, I'm like, wait a minute. No thanks. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
The being told is the issue. I don't know how to explain it.
Even
maybe no chumbaya, but like I feel like I want to do these things. Maybe how I think about like relationships in my head when I think about money and relationships. I think that as an individual, as Gathani, there's a lifestyle I want to live. I should work to get that lifestyle. Whoever I'm marrying or dating is an addition to that lifestyle. Meaning, I've looked at you and we've spoken, and I think, me and you share similar values. We're heading in the same direction. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not that I look at this man and I'm like, you should be providing like the lifestyle I want. I already, like, regardless of whether you're in my life or not, I'm gonna have that lifestyle. But now, when you're putting your foot in my lifestyle and then you want to make rules in Anishinanga, it's not something we can't work on, baby. It's something I struggle with, and I don't know how to explain it to people.
Like I struggle with knowing my place when I'm dating. I think when I'm in a full long-term relationship, I'll know my place. Like I feel like it'll come easy to me. But when we're dating, me, I live in my house and you live in your house, I don't know who pays for what. That's what my struggle is.
I feel like at that point, you're still not tied to anyone.
Yeah.
Because like someone could break up, like,
yeah.
Like you could break up, you could do whatever.
Yeah.
Like I feel like for me, how I view dating as like a mock exam. Like it's like a trial run to see if this can actually move to the next level, right? Meaning you should fully behave how you would behave in a long-term relationship. Like
what?
Like you should talk about these things. Like not in the first week. Do you get? Like not in the first week. Like within the first like few months, I am of the opinion that you need to know how both of you handle money. Me, I'm usually very open with the fact that I like spending and I'm not good with saving. Like I say it.
Yeah.
I say it. Do I make those things your problem? Actually, if I want to go out and I did budget properly this month, I call my boyfriend and I'm like, I will not do that. I'll call my dad.
Yeah. I feel like I struggle with, okay, for example, tangible examples for when we're dating. When me and my boo are planning a trip, I struggle with figuring out who's going to pay for what. Am I paying for the flights? Or am I paying for, are you paying for accommodation? Or are you paying for everything and me just show up?
Wow, Mimi, I feel like me nakwanga flower girl.
You know, I'm like international trips that cost a penny.
Okay, that's different.
Yeah,
that's different.
Well, forget even international trips. Like Diani, we're taking a flight.
So
we're going to
let me ask
at a
you
hotel.
When you say, babe, I want us to do this. Do you feel like you're supposed to pay for it?
I want us to do this. I'll be like, babe, I feel like we need to go on a trip.
No, I mean, like, let's talk about like a normal date. Like, let's say I love a restaurant and I'm like, oh my God, we need to go here.
Restaurant Z.
Do you feel like you're supposed to pay for it? Okay,
trips.
let's talk about like a trip,
Big
like
things,
a road
trips.
trip.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we need, like I want us to do this together. Do you feel like you're supposed to pay for
I
it?
feel like I'm supposed to chip in somehow. Because
Okay.
Diani is a good example. There's flights or SGR. There's accommodation. There's activities that we'll do. There's a lot of things involved. Do you leave it to the boyfriend, or you'd be like, okay, you cater for flights and accommodation and I'll pay for the activities? That's what I struggle with.
I feel like,
Because in some instances, I'll end up overgiving. Because I mean, I got money to spend. And I feel like, I don't know, a burden to some extent. Because I'm, okay, not a burden really, but I'm just like, oh yeah, you're doing all these things. And okay, we are all going to have a good time. But you're the one paying for all these things. And me, I'm in a position to also chip in. It's like a low-key kind of guilt. I don't know. And that's when I'm dating. Because I think I'd expect different when I'm your girl. When we're in a long-term relationship, we've already talked about it.
So long-term ni kama how
Because
long?
I'll be one to sign a prenup.
Fair.
Yeah. Like I'll be one to sign, these are your responsibilities and these are mine. Let's agree
Yeah,
from the beginning.
I don't want to say I wouldn't sign a prenup because I don't think I would.
Yeah. You wouldn't sign a prenup?
I would not. I feel like there are certain things, like acha nikupe example, kuna time kwa ofisi, like penye nilikuwa nafanya kazi, tulikuwa na conversation. And this guy was like, Gadhoni, Mimi, if I build a house that's like 70 million, yeah, and you've not contributed any amount of money, yeah, that house belongs to me. It's under my name. So I was like, that's cool. That's fine. But what if I build the house? What if I'm the one building the house? What if I have the 70 million? Will you be comfortable if your name is not
You see
on
the
that
importance
name?
of a prenup?
Mimi nauliza swali.
Yeah, because in the event like that, genuinely, because tuseme mmeachana, nani anachukua nini?
I feel like I'm not talking about kuachana. I'm talking about we'll be stuck together for life.
For life.
For
True.
life. Na wewe unaniangalia hivi kwa macho, unaniambia hii nyumba ni mimi nilijenga, hii nyumba haina nini yako. So technically you're telling me in this marriage that half things belong to me, half of these other things belong to you. That is weird to me. It is very weird to me.
I'm eager to find out, what do you think the man should pay for when you're dating and when you're in a long-term relationship / marriage?
I feel like in my opinion, the man should pay for the dates. When we're dating, like dates. Activities.
Yeah.
Pay for the dates and the activities.
Yeah, for sure.
I will not force you to pay for my lifestyle.
No.
I will, locked in, me and you are locked in, father, until I get married. I will pay for the things that fund my lifestyle, like going out, getting my hair done, my nails, like shopping and whatever, when we're not married.
Yeah.
When we're dating, pay for the activities and stuff. Like sitai kupigia nikwambia, oh babe, nataka kwenda kushukwa. Clearly. Like sitai pigia mtu nimwambia, oh my God, I want to get my nails done. Please send me money.
Yeah.
I will not do that because then again, umenipata nikimake kucha zangu. You're trying to tell me that like all the men I've seen are the ones who've been paying for my nails. No. And I get it that people who usually like, if he doesn't pay for your nails, if he doesn't pay for... This is just me, guys. This is personally just me.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's anyone else's responsibility to fund your lifestyle if you're not married. Now, when we get married, when you wholeheartedly remove me from Mr. Omaya's abode, I am now your problem.
Yeah.
The same way you would expect to be my problem. The same way the same way my husband would expect me to cater to his needs in the home as a wife, I would expect you to cater to them.
At yourself as a wife with a job or a stay-at-home mom?
That's a conversation we had about this, the reel that I sent you, yeah? Because this guy basically pays for the mortgage, the phones, this, that. They only split. She pays for the groceries 100%. Like he doesn't pay for groceries. And shopping, they split.
Shopping, she was like, I could buy him
like a gift,
nice clothes,
and stuff. But a majority of the shopping, he's the one who pays for. And
she did say they go
50-50 on trips.
Because she likes the expensive things.
Yeah. So they go 50-50. And I remember like I was having a conversation about this with a guy, and he was like, I feel like umsichana finyililiwa sana. And I gave the example of how disadvantaged women become when they get married. let me paint a picture for you. When we're single, Kamija, earning money is not difficult for us. You're not tied down by anything.
No.
Yeah. You don't have responsibilities. You have nothing that's keeping you from work. I wholeheartedly feel like women before they get married, they lead very different lives than after they get married, right? So let's take that into account. Actually, kuna time tulikuwa tunaongelea episode ile ya Joyride when they were talking, and she was basically saying she felt jealous that his life was moving on, and she felt like hers wasn't, right? So let's discuss this as like that, yeah? In that instance where I'm going to get pregnant at some given point.
Sure.
Some people get pregnant. The side effect of getting pregnant, nikulala kila sa. Nikulala kila sa. How will you maintain a job with that? You're asleep half the day. How will you maintain a job? Let's assume you're even healthy and capable of not sleeping all the time. Yeah. You get sick, all these things. You can go for maternity and whatever. What I'm trying to talk about is the longevity of like your work life and the quality of your work life after you start giving birth and having children is much different than men. Men always just ascend in their careers. Like there's no, sasa, jemo ameoa acha tumpete. No, like there's always an ascension. It's rare that people who have employed you will be like, oh no, she's married and her husband lives in Spain. Maybe they'll decide to move there. There's never those assumptions when it comes to men. It's always that for women, right? So we're generally at a disadvantage. Now, imagine being at that disadvantage where you're not working for 3 months because you're on maternity leave. Building your body back from pushing someone's big-headed child out of your vagina. And this man is mad at you because una pesa kulipa Wi-Fi. So I feel like, Mimi, how I think about it is, you've asked me whether or not I'm thinking about myself as a housewife. I think about it in this way. When I'm picking a husband, yeah, all of these are variables that could happen. I could want to be fully employed my entire life. In fact, I've had this conversation with you and I was like, one of the biggest reasons I want to have my own company is to be able to have flexibility when it comes to raising my kids and being a wife. That's me. What I'm talking about is a privilege. There are very few people in this life that will ever own their own businesses, that will ever own their own companies and whatever. I'm talking about something that I have a privilege to do because I have parents who are supportive and people around me who can actually support and fuel that dream for it to become a reality. A majority of people on this planet do not have that luxury, right? They don't. So I'm not talking about it from a perspective of, I'm going to be a housewife. I'm never going to work. I'm talking about it from a perspective of there are going to be times when I am disadvantaged. And in those times, will this person be able to hold me down 100%? 100%. Without anger, without resentment, without, making me feel like I should be doing more. Without
what you're saying is good on paper. But men are human beings like us.
Which is fair.
They're bound to feel like you're like what you've said, you're gonna have your own company. And I bet your company is making money.
Yeah.
What are you doing with your money?
Me personally, I'm not saying that in those instances that I will not contribute. I'm talking about now, who I am now. Has it picked up? No. When I'm getting married and by the time I have like my own money and it's hella money that I can move around, that's going to be a discussion that we're going to have.
That's what we're having now. In the discussion, like you have money, your company is thriving, you have children.
Obviously, in that situation, I'm going to contribute. But I'm talking about people who do not have that luxury. That's why I made sure to say it is a privilege. That's my fairy tale. That's what I want. How many people can be able to get what I'm talking about? The majority of people, people who are getting married, people who like have careers that have just started and they're in like really young marriages, have young children, they're going to struggle to like actually have a foot up in their work life. That's the reality of working.
I feel like those are the people we're talking to right now. Like, look at it like you're married right now. Like right now, as Gadoni at 27 years old, what expenses are you going to cater for Are you going to cater for nothing or some things?
I feel like I'm gonna cater for some things. I feel like there are two things here, which was going to be the next question that Nini that we were supposed to talk about, which is how 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 you saw the relationships, money and finances and relationships working as a child and how they've affected you as an adult.
Yeah.
That was going to be the next question. Now, I'm as much as I have grown up seeing my mom being like a housewife, seeing my dad being the provider, I'm not my mother. I have had jobs. I will continue having jobs. I have just said I want to have like a company that does XYZ. I'm going to be making my own money. Therefore, any single financial decision that I make with a partner will be based off of the fact that I am able to make money. It will not be based off of my mom is a housewife and me, I want to keep my money in my bank account because niliona mama yangu because as much as I like, that's not the reality of what's happening right now. Because contrary to what we saw our parents having, our parents, your time getting a job, having a well-paying job was much harder than it is right now. Right?
Yeah.
So obviously, it's not going to be like, oh no, he's going to pay for this. I'm going to do this. However, because of the facts that I've mentioned, because of the things that I've just said, and how many variables as a woman, people I will go through, not would, not. It is, if I have a child, I'm going to be decommissioned for a period of time. I would also want to have a partner who, in those spaces, does not mind fully providing for me. Do you get?
And I feel like those are the things I'm wary about when it comes to long-term relationships and money. Is even me, first to get married today, right now, I will need a prenup because I'm not walking into this marriage with the zero bob. Even me, I have my shit that I am taking care of, my assets, quote unquote, that I want to take best interest of. And I'm sure my man has the same, right? And I know, like, on the internet, it says divorce, the number one case as to why people divorce is finances. That's the reason why people break up.
Ironically, it's not infidelity.
It's finances. And I feel like we can get over hurdles and unnecessary resentment if we talk about such things before we get married, even before a long-term relationship. Like when we're clocking 1 year, I'd be like, okay, so this is what's been working for us, and this is what I don't like that doesn't work for us. Moving forward, this is how I'd like for us to be dealing with money.
I feel like that conversation should start as early as someone asks you, will you be my girlfriend? Because after 1 year, you're set in some of your ways.
After 1 year is too much. It's like maybe 6 months. Like, I think by the 6 months. I feel like
when someone decides, but then it's you I want to date, that conversation should happen.
Because that's what I was asking. When we're dating, there's really, other than dates, there's really nothing much my boyfriend is paying for. So, but for me, when we're hitting around 6 months to a year, we're looking into, I'm seeing you a lot, where our lives are now intertwined. We're saving for the future. We're either saving for a marriage or a show. Those are now some of the things I start talking about, like, okay, so when it comes to this, I want a grand wedding. Are we saving for it? Or you have the money for it? If we don't, we start working towards it now. Like, money is such a sensitive topic for me. And I know I have the potential to be angry at someone because of money. So I'd rather talk about it before. Way before. Like, me, I don't care. I do jam. But like, at least you know where I'm coming from, right? Because I have something to lose. Like, aside from being in love with you, I'm sharing my gold with you as well. So why can I not protect my gold? You're protecting your gold too, right? And now, as a woman in a relationship, me, I will really struggle when it comes to a long-term relationship. Because now me, what if I want my kids to go to Brookhouse and you don't have Brookhouse money?
We're going to get to that.
You know?
Can I ask you a question though?
Yeah.
Do you have like one instance in your life where you felt like it became now a realization that, oh my God, finance is actually a really big fucking problem? Like in a relationship.
I will say I have tried to date someone who did not earn as much money as I did. And that made me realize that I will never date anyone that does not make as much or more. I tried to compromise, but I felt like I was compromising on my lifestyle because I'd have to take a step back so as to make this person
Accommodate.
feel like
Okay.
they can afford me. Don't ever make yourself feel small. I did. It's not good. It's not great out there. Just live your truth. If you eat barista and co every day, eat barista and co every day. If he cannot afford it, he's not the man for you. It's plain and simple.
That's fair.
If he can work towards being the man for you, even better. But you also know that's a compromise you're making. Usiende kumkasirike uko mbele. Yeah. So that was an instance in a relationship where I was like, finances is really important for me. I cannot date outside my tax bracket.
I feel like, guys, even me, that relationship was an instance in my life where
Where you realize it's not gonna work.
It's not for me, babes.
It's not for me.
It's not for me, babes. But like, honestly, I think for me, the difference was not ideally finances. It was ambition, like where we're going. Because like I'd talk about, you know what, I want, I need to make this amount of money because, you know, I want my kids to go to these types of schools. And I'd feel like this person is like, you know, there are also others. And I'm like, hey, wewe utanichorea dream wewe kwani?
You mean mtoto in the boarding school? Makienda boarding school.
Tutaendanga
Boarding
huko
school ya kurudi home Friday.
Hata sivyo, kila usiku pia unaenda una board naye huko because you're not going to be alone. But like, it was that I felt like there was like a difference in like our ambition and how big I saw my life. To an extent, I was like, there's a time when watching like a real estate show and I was like, oh, wouldn't it be nice to own like a house in like South Africa, like a vacation home? And he was like, you've thought about owning houses outside of Kenya? I'm like, yeah.
At least you cannot even dream about owning a
dream to me. I just kwambia own.
Hey.
So I feel like for me, that one became
a thing
because of the fact that that's where I'm working. Like that's what I'm working towards. I feel like if I ever got there, he would resent me, or it would be like, do you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So I was just like, oof, maybe we don't have the same type of like goals.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really like financial that he couldn't like cater to the things I needed at that point. But you know, someone's level of potential could be a 6 to you, and you're at an 8.
That is a very good point. Someone
like
else's 6.
That's the best they can do, but that to you is a 6.
Exactly.
So I feel like that's how I felt in that situation.
Perspective is important.
Yeah, I felt like I'd always be in a situation where I would want more money to invest, to do this.
And he's always just
comfortable.
like...
He's like, yeah. Me, as long as niko na pesa kwenda hapa kufanya hivi.
And ain't nothing I hate than somebody who's content. You're content. Uko sawa.
Atuendangi therapy kuambiwa tukue content.
Zistaki. Uko sawa na salary moja. Okay, sawa.
So yeah, I feel like for me that was the issue. I think that was one of the biggest moments where I was like, oh, finances is like
would you date someone in debt?
What?
I wouldn't ask marry, so let me just ask date. Would you date someone in debt? Me? No. I feel like for me it depends on what kind of debt.
Hakuna debt.
Everybody's in debt.
Like loan ya bank.
Kila mtu akona some sort of debt.
Mimi mtu akisema debt na maanisha
usiaribiwa on your ass, bro.
Unajificha hata uwezi shika simu
hapa. I wouldn't even keep a friend who's...
I feel like a loan is a loan. A loan is a loan. A loan means you're paying.
Yeah.
Like you're actually paying your loan. A debt?
A debt. Like CRB debt.
Hiyo ni ngumu.
Like, how about lifestyle mismatch?
I feel like no.
Same. I'm so sorry. I am genuinely so sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sorry. Nacha nasema sorry ya nini na si vivi niwekata into. I'm not sorry. No. You know, the thing is, let me tell you something, yeah? Mind you, whatever I'm about to say is going to hurt the girls more than the boys.
Ooh.
Yeah. So let me preface this by saying that. I've said this again. I'll say it's no one's responsibility to fund your lifestyle. It is no one's responsibility to fund your lifestyle. So mimi kama mimi penye naishi na venye naishi, I see a fine boy and him, he's flying every weekend, doing this, doing that. And he has a circle of friends that does those things. It's
Yeah.
not, I shouldn't be offended that he doesn't want to be with me because maybe I just don't fit his lifestyle. Maybe I don't have caviar and like I don't have oysters by the beach. I don't know. I don't know.
This is why the beach is crazy. I feel like
and it's okay. Like, it's okay. Like, it's not.
But don't you feel like the lifestyle
mm-mm.
mismatch only comes when the girl has a higher lifestyle than
That's
the boy?
not true.
Yeah, because when you're the girlfriend, you'd be like, and me, you don't take me with you on your trip.
The fact that he doesn't want to take you on his trips is
He hates
loud
you.
enough. He hates you. He fucking hates you.
Yeah.
He's like this dumb broke bitch.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, when it's the babe, the guy is being selfish. But when it's, like when the guy is the one with the good lifestyle.
I feel like both people, if it's a girl who's doing much better,
Yeah.
don't date down. Because as in,
that's exactly what I was driving at. Why is it that boys are allowed to
still
date
dating
down?
They're not allowed. It's a choice, Buana.
Well, like
it's a choice. Please, it's a choice. Let me tell you something. Like, look at your exes. You alone, your exes. Men date like this. Men don't care. Men will date someone who lives in South B. The other one lives in Karen. The other one lives in Runda. The other one lives in Doni. They don't give a fuck.
Exactly what
They don't give a fuck because that's what they want to do. It's a choice.
It's a choice.
As a babe, you could also decide to date the same way.
Down.
It is. But the thing is, if it is a choice you make, it's your choice.
Yeah.
But like the lifestyle mismatch, if it's happening, it happens with men as well. Like the men who are really, really wealthy. Really, really, really wealthy. To really, really fucking wealthy. They're used to flying out and going to Europe and shopping.
Yeah.
That's what they're used to. But like you're not used to that lifestyle. You're not owed that man's lifestyle. Like,
No.
it's not, like, siko ubaya, bro. Like, siko ubaya.
Yeah.
Even him, he can decide, this is a bit strenuous. Have you never seen this? I think it was a tweet for where this girl was like, she was dating a really, really rich guy. And then she was like, he randomly asked her one day, he's like, have you ever dated someone broke? And she was like, yeah, I've dated people who are broke before. And he was like, yeah, that's how I feel when I date you. Men feel it too. Like, I don't know why we assume that girls are the only ones who are bougie and whatever.
That's why I feel
Niggas feel it too. Wewe anakuangalia ko, yani, you can't even come see me. Like an Uber. And he has friends in his circles that are flying trips.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Vibaya nani.
That's what I keep saying. Like, I feel like there needs to be some sort of effort. Not even effort, like some sort of chip in.
Let me tell you something. My mom keeps saying two cannot walk together unless they agree. So, kama umechizi 90%, the person you're dating is either an 87 or a 93. Amjachana mbali ati you're dating someone who's 20% and you're 90. You will not be compatible. And it's the same thing even with finances and lifestyle, right? If you look at it, like the people that we all date, like we have similar interests, similar whatever. It's never like, I'm dating someone who wants to go climb Mount Everest. Like, it's never, the lifestyle is never that like vast.
There was once a hiker who was interested in me and he was like, the first date we go to, and it wasn't even extreme. It was Ngong Hills. And I was like, if that's the first date,
ya pili
tuko about kwenda Mount Kenya ni sawa.
Sijiski staki,
nitadedi kwa hiyo hill utanirudisha chini tutabeba maiti. Na mimi ni mzito.
I feel like I would not date someone with a lifestyle mismatch. That someone who, when I'm like, oh yeah, I've gone shopping, they're like, hey, big spender.
Hey, big spender. No. You should be able to be paying for that bill.
Yeah. Don't piss me off. Do not.
Joint accounts versus separate accounts.
I think as a couple, you should, like, as a woman, you should have your own account. As a man, you should have your own account.
Period.
And then if you're married. Msianza kusema hapa nilisema mambo ya kudate. Mesikia. Married. You could have a joint account.
May have a different opinion. I think when you're dating, you should have a joint account if it's a long-term relationship. Therefore, you won't be angry.
Are you forgetting I'm seated here after a long-term relationship of how many years?
You should. If you feel like both of you are chipping into the relationship and you have an agreement, you should have like an account for just things, like randomly things, like, oh, me, I'm able to.
Sisikize Kamira, nisikize. Look into my eyes. I'm the captain now.
Let me tell you
Don't
why.
listen
Let
to
me tell you
Kamira.
why
No,
this.
usifanye hivyo na
Let me tell you
boyfriend
why
wako wa
this
miezi
works.
tatu.
And si boyfriend ya wa miezi tatu. And you know also
Fanye hivyo.
how joint accounts work. You cannot sign out if I've not agreed.
I
And
know.
I cannot sign out before you've agreed,
It's
right?
funny. We have a joint.
We have a joint account. What are you saying? She's bitching here and me and her have a joint
But
account.
me and you are locked in, bro.
But like I'm saying now, in a relationship, like a long-term relationship,
Z.
ndio msikasirikiane huko mbele. Mnataka kwenda Dubai. Kueni tuna joint account.
How
Kueni na
long is
joint-
long? Like after my days, how long?
You know, long is relative to different people.
When you're saying long, what do you mean?
A year. A year na bado niko na wewe. Wallahi tena tuko locked in. Jumi sijai date mtu for a year. In the
Unaweza
past
hiyo ndo
5
shida ya
years.
Kamira.
Miss Jaco in a long-term relationship in the past 5 years. But I feel like if I was to get into a long-term relationship now and we are not married yet, I would still have a joint account. For sure. For like expenses. Because let me like my relationships, manze, we're about to travel. It's big spender. This relationship was big spending. And even if we're not big spending, we're planning to do big things.
Me,
By
I don't know
land,
how I feel
but
about
like
that.
big things.
Me personally, I feel like finances are so freaking sensitive that overexposing them, like when you're not at least engaged, is so unnecessary.
Overexposing what?
Your finances when you're not like at least engaged, like engaged, like someone has asked you, "Oh, will you be
My wife?"
Me, yo sioni ikiwa necessary at all. Because like as much as yes, like we're planning for things and we're doing things. I mean, that's great, babe. But we can do that on our individual account.
It's true. You
Like,
can.
I don't
It's
need
possible.
you. I don't need to be. Yeah, let's be contributing together because like we literally can just do that on our. Like I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like that's such a permanent. It's such a. Sasa alafu mkibreak up
already
mwende
working.
hapana mkibreak up
Hey.
mwende kufunga account pamoja.
Hata mnid kukua hapo bora kila mtu alisign. You don't need to be there together. But me, I feel like if you are contributing, you know what I hate asking for is money. Let's say kwanza mimi ndio treasurer wa trip. I don't know. I hate talking about money. If we say the trip is gonna cost 200K and me I'm changaing 50K and you're changaing 150, you'll find my 50 in the account. You don't ask me. It's like, hey babe, so now that 50. Hey babe, why you come up with that 50? Get out.
But I feel like once you agree, you can just send it to his M-Pesa.
See, he doesn't know if I'm struggling. Labda hiyo 50 nimeenda kusuka mamangu, mom. Mom. Nenda trip.
My days.
But
okay.
Yeah, do what works for you guys. But I would have a joint account.
Okay. So we're gonna do green flags versus red flags in finances and relationship. They refuse to talk about their income or expenses.
Red flag. Oh, were you done? I don't even know if you were done.
I was about to talk about.
Why are you refusing? Kwani uko na deni?
Probably. Am I any con man?
But like refuse to talk about?
Like money, like finances or income, especially like, let's say income. Refuses to talk about income.
Okay, income is a sensitive topic. Because when you're dating,
I feel like
I don't want to know how much you're making. I just want to know you're making money.
Okay, but I don't want to know
and
how
you
much
can
you're
afford
making.
me.
But you can't refuse to talk about
money. No. But you can't refuse to tell
just
me
say,
how much you
I'm
make.
planning on doing this. Ndo nikugauge.
Huu ni wa VW ama huu ni wa Voxy ama wa Paso. And there's nothing wrong with that Paso. I'm just saying, like, I don't want to know how much you're making. I just want to know you're okay. Financially okay.
Yeah, like, let me gauge that, I went for a trip here. I'm like, oh.
Nikisikia una earn like 60K nisha kujudge. Sasa mbona na kujudge? Sitaki kukujudge. So we keep kama secret. Staki, you just let me know that we can do this thing.
So that's a red flag for you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
For you too?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They always insist on splitting the bill exactly 50-50.
Red flag.
And I mean, kama
Bruh.
kitu ni 34 bob ni 17 bob 17.
Now, you see, even me, I'm like you. Like, when you ask me to do something, then I'll feel some type of way.
Unanibu. Let me volunteer.
Let me love on you.
Nini uko na kimbelembele wewe?
Yeah.
Ati no, baby, you have to send me money for this.
You've been
Yesterday.
seeing these memes for planned girlfriends.
No.
Hey. Yes, I planned. You know, like girlfriends day was, I think,
First.
some time ago last week, and guys were like, "Hey, I planned girlfriends wameshatumiwa maua na ma chocolates juu they were planned for." Wewe, no mtu wako hapo mnakula cereal ama Indomie.
So red flag.
Red flag, yeah. Like, you don't have to force your girl to do it. Let her.
50-50 for me is...
Unless you guys decided it's 50-50 all the way through.
Maybe 50-50. I don't think there's anything that's ever 50-50. So let's assume at need, like, we're actually making hella money. Najua paydays, they vary. Like, ilas kumi nalipo, ilas kumi nalipo. They vary.
True.
So what if, like, we've been spending his money, me I get paid before, and then he doesn't have, like, he's not been paid yet, and we need to, like, make a big purchase.
Hey, this man doesn't have sinking funds.
Okay, he has sinking funds.
Nah, because me, first of all, another thing, you're living paycheck to paycheck. Red flag. There's no way.
As a man?
Even as a woman.
As a babe?
Anyone.
Me, I live paycheck to paycheck.
I'm just, look, see, because you struggle with saving, and it's a very hard thing. Gadoni hates saving, I think, at this point.
Mimi, let me tell you guys. Okay, acha niseme hivyo alafu hiyo mentality anza kunifeel. Mimi nakwanga na mentality ya money will come.
Na job ikiisha kesho.
Si job imeisha?
Well, yo ilikuwa voluntary. Like, ikikuwa fired. Yo, living paycheck to paycheck, and it's by, like, unajua tu ni wewe tu ndo utaki kusave ka udem. I feel like it's not a red flag, it's like an orange flag. You need to work on that.
Listen, fine.
Yeah.
Personally, let me be honest. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
You live at home, bro.
No, what I'm saying is it's not that bad. I just also, like, me heading back to Mshwari.
The money I just deposited.
That's me. I'm usually like, yeah, I do well for like 4 months. Hey, month 5, Nicole.
I feel like living paycheck to paycheck when you live alone is dangerous. Wait, that time I lived alone, like, kuna siku nililipa rent nimebaki na 15 bob. I was like, God damn. That's it? My whole paycheck is gone? What?
So yeah, I feel like that is one of my red flags. Like, I literally could just be like, will I die? I wouldn't die. Cynthia, I wouldn't die.
But I feel like it comes from people who have a safety net.
It's true.
You don't really think about
really
tomorrow.
True. It's true.
Yeah.
No way. I think about tomorrow. I just don't think about it seriously.
Like, there's people who, yeah, if you have a safety net, saving can be a challenge. It is true.
Yeah, it's like, me, I'm not denying it. Like, me, I'm saying,
because even if when you don't have, you can call your dad and he'll pull up for you.
Dad, this is not a sign that you should stop being my rock.
And like, I don't feel like people who are privileged in that sense should live in it. Because, like, God forbid, but I do think about the days when I won't have my mom anymore. And I'll be like, God damn, so will I call? Because my sister will hang up. My sister will be like, Auna pesa, maskini. I don't talk to broke people.
Broke people should never laugh.
You call my phone and you're broke? Oh my God.
But yeah, I feel like that's where it comes from. It's always, I kind of feel like, yeah.
Yeah. What's your last red flag for me? Or no, give me green flags. I'm tired of red flags. We're just always talking about red flags. Hey, huku tu niku red.
They talk to you about their savings. Like,
I love that.
And how, like, they put you on to like new savings and new financial whatever's.
I even feel like it's sexy when you involve me in your planning.
You know, funny enough, when I like someone, I'm always sending them like those two things for, you know, how to invest and stuff like that. Because I need you to be good at it.
Because you're our safety net. Wewe ndio safety net. Mr. Yomaya Kiachwa, ni wewe ndio next. But I feel like a green flag in men or even women, when you talk about your finances openly without the fear of judgment or the fear of feeling like you've not made it, oh, I will fall in love with you even 10 times. Because that means you're caring about me. Talking to me about it shows that you care about me and you care about my opinion about where we're headed together, right? I don't need to know exactly everything, but I need to know something. Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. I love that as well. I feel like for me that the reason that I feel like I really struggle with finances is because I don't feel like I've ever been in a situation where I'm comfortable enough to talk about them. Like as Kamija is saying, my whole life actually, not a majority of it, my whole entire life, I have had my dad and my mom as a safety net. And they've provided for me exceptionally well. So I just don't feel like that side of my life has ever been fully developed. So I feel like this this is hard to say in public, by the way, because whatever it is I'm saying, it's difficult to say in public.
It is.
Because
I don't think I would say it if I was you.
Yeah, but you see,
like if I was in your position, I'd be like, aye. And you're there.
The thing is, acheni niwaambie ukweli, it is something I'm unlearning. Like it's actually one of the things I'm talking about in therapy, because people assume that when you become an adult, because you're an adult and you have a paycheck, that you automatically be good with money. It's not true. And it is something that I had to sit down and be like, oh, wait, that shit, I'm actually not really good at this. That's why I'm comfortable talking about the safety net, because I know it's a weak spot and it's something that, you know, I struggle with. So even when I find like people who like openly will talk to me about money and talk to me about, you know, this is how you spend, or this is what I'm doing, or this is how I invest, I find that information very valuable, even though it's really scary for me because, you know, I don't know how to do those things very well. So it's something I'm learning. So kakuna mse kama mimi uko nje, like whether you've had a safety net or not, or your financial literacy is similar to mine, like it's not that much.
It's never too late to learn.
It's never too late to learn. Oh, and the first step is please acknowledge that uko una struggle. It doesn't even mean that you're struggling, you're broke. It can mean you're struggling, you just don't know how to properly spend this money.
That is very true.
Because like, yeah.
Being a spendthrift is necessarily doesn't even need you to be broke. Being a spendthrift, like recklessly, already is a bad financial decision.
It is.
But like we said, this podcast is all about learning and unlearning.
And honesty, guys.
And honesty and but I'm really proud of you. You're making strides. And even in this next phase of your life, I feel like you're about to learn a lot.
Forcefully.
And you need it. I mean, like every part of your life that happens the way it should will teach you something. And I feel like the next part of your phase of life is going to be interesting to watch.
I feel like by the time they see this episode, I'll be
long gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I feel like this was just part one. We will have I feel like we should have this episode with our boys.
Because could discuss nani anafaa kulipia harusi.
True. And I feel like when we do have that conversation in another episode, we might have guests for that. It'd
Especially
be great
guys.
if we had a male perspective in this particular conversation.
So please volunteer people up in the comment section. Like tell us who you would want to see on the episodes, who you would want us to collab with, and get different perspectives on.
Like, subscribe, and share with your grandma.
This has been a really fun episode for me.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Till next time, guys.
Bye.